Put my whole borough on my back and I'm good up. I don't wanna hear what you would, what you coulda. I represent all the girls that stood up. Used to drink water with a little bit of sugar. Now I'm in the gym with my squats and my sit ups, doing the
Okay, thank you for hopping on this call. It is a Friday, so I appreciate you setting the time aside, even though it's just a very intimate group tonight. Okay, so we're just gonna get right into the presentation, as I know time is valuable, so I do not want to waste yours. I do, however, want to show you an opportunity that if you've been looking for a solution, if you've been looking for a stream of income that is much more accessible and much more worth your time, then you've come across a jackpot, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen again, and I'm going to show you what exactly B has to offer. All right, now B is for BE, as in be a better you for a better tomorrow. Okay, now if everybody were to strive as a collective to be a better person for a better tomorrow, that's exactly what we would have. Okay, so before we get into anything else, one of the very important things in this company is personal development, because aside from finances, aside from any investments, mindset really is key. So I'm happy to show you today how exactly the income side works, and we could talk about the mindset part afterwards. Okay, now full disclaimer, this is obviously based off of your efforts. My results do not necessarily equate to your results. This is simply an opportunity for you to take this and then align it with your own lifestyle and come out with an income, whether that's just a little bit of extra cash or a full-time income. It's whatever you make it to be. So these are just a few quotes from a couple top companies that say the kind of trend of what's going on right now. And for each generation, there's always changes in the job market, right? Obviously, the ad of technology changed the job market for my own parents, okay? And it's still changing. Just to give you some background on myself, I used to work at the hospital prior to being introduced to this company. I actually quit my job in the first month of being in this company. I've been in this industry for about a year. But when I was working at the hospital, um, we would be using computer systems. And I know that when my grandmother worked at the hospital, it was a different kind of thing, right? I know that when the computers were down at my workplace, it was a whole hassle to now go back to the way things used to be, which was downtime, which means that as opposed to registering a patient in the computer system, you'd actually have to physically and manually write it out. So we can say that technology, while it might be a learning curve for some because it's always evolving, it has made some jobs easier. Okay. Now, the problem with capitalism and the problem with technology making jobs easier is that a lot of people are being iced out and phased out of the job market because of artificial intelligence. And I know that some of you guys would have some experience with this, going grocery shopping. So you go to Walmart, right? And then oftentimes you spend a little bit of time once you've gotten your groceries trying to look for an actual person to ring you up, right? And it's because of the ways things evolve, such as technology, that we have systems, right, to make things easier. Now, it doesn't necessarily make it people easier for the people that are working, right? Because this takes a lot of the jobs away, right? So if I go to Walmart and I see that there is a machine that is ringing up my groceries, giving me my receipt, taking my payment, that is going to replace somebody out there who might have been looking for a job. Okay, so just to read one quote from Forbes, they say robots will take our jobs and we need a plan. Now, this picture here to the right is giving me very much iRobot, and this is not meant by any means to inspire fear in any way. It's just to look at the job market realistically for what it is, right? Because unless we know what it is, we have no way of making any adjustments, right? So these are some of the jobs that AI can replace. Okay, so we have telemarketing, bookkeeping clerks, compensation and benefits managers, receptionists, so on and so forth. You get the gist, right? So even with my own experience, My mom still works at the hospital that I worked to prior, and she was having some issues because they developed some new software that is meant to make it easier, right? But as things evolve, you just want to make sure that you give yourself a solution. You give yourself a plan B, right? Because it might be you who is a retail salesperson or a market research analyst or a proofreader, right? And then you would need to find another option. Okay. So now meet the founders. These are the three brothers that have created an opportunity for people like you and I who are interested in finding ways to generate income without having to leave their homes. Okay, I do not have my camera on, but I am currently in a robe. I have a glass of tea or a cup of tea right beside me. So this is the dream for me, and this is what they realize is the case for a lot of people just because of the emergence of AI and other factors. So I'm going to do an exercise with you guys very quickly, and I want you guys to type in some things that you consider are some qualities of the perfect career. Okay, so I will add some to begin with. Some of the qualities that I would believe a perfect career has would be no commute. Okay, no no schedule that somebody else created for me, right? Or easily accessible to people in different countries. You don't have to stay in one place. These are all some qualities of the perfect career to me, and these is what Monir Moin and his son have figured out as well. Okay, so they realized that in the next 10 years 50% of jobs in the world would disappear. So their vision was to create a place of work for people from their smartphone. Everybody has phones. Okay, but as my grandmother would say, is it really a smartphone if you have to pay for everything? It would be a dumb phone. So we want to make sure that we have smartphones. We're not strictly paying for the bill, but we have it paying for whatever it is that we need to pay for. Okay, because pretty soon we are merging to a cashless society. Pretty soon, in order to make a purchase, you're gonna have to tap. Okay. So now this company has had 1,500% in growth, 60,000 members within their first year. Now this company is new, and I'm going to let you know exactly why you should position yourself, this being the next pioneering giant in this industry, because in our second year of being open, we are already number one. Okay, it's because these guys had a plan. Okay, we have some new apps releasing, and I'm going to show you some of our apps that have been in the works for years. Okay, so that is why we've gained momentum so fast, and that is why we are the number one company on business for home. Okay, now we've also been recognized, but some heavy publications, some very reputable business articles that have said exactly what it is that we've been able to do. So if you look here, you're going to see that we were featured on Forbes. Now we have Warren Buffett on there, Jeff Bezos, Kylie Jenner, and Ashton Kutcher. So we know Warren Buffett and the other people that I've named to have made leaps and bounds in whatever respective industry that they're in. And we just happen to be the leaders in innovation. And you guys, I say we because I am proud to be I am proud to be an independent brand promoter with this company. Okay, something is different, something is really refreshing when it comes to the culture of the company as well. Because as we know, it's not necessarily just about the money that you can make, but it's how you feel, right? So considering that this company was started by brothers, you could tell that family kind of energy, that family kind of frequency behind everything else. And I believe that that's why, even though they are the leaders in innovation for a tech company, because of that personal touch to everything else, that is why they've been recognized by so many different places. Okay, now let's think about different powerhouses. So we mentioned Jeff Bezos, right? He is our Amazon guy. Okay, so now Amazon is not just simply buying things online. And I'm sure some of us have gotten really acquainted with Amazon because of the epidemic. Therefore, you know, we'd like to be outside as little as possible. So Amazon is not strictly just that, right? Like just like Netflix, they have their very own version of that, which is, Amazon Prime Video. And they have other services as well. With Amazon, they have drop shipping, um, physical warehouses. So they have an ecosystem of different things that all are umbrellaed underneath Amazon. Okay, now B is very similar in the way that we have multiple things, multiple streams, multiple different areas in which you can make money. Okay, all focused on different things. So each one of these things here that you see, whether it's Treva, Quest, Quantum, MindHub, etc., these are all apps that were designed to be the easiest way that you can make money from home. Okay, so they've been designed to be user friendly, easier to navigate, and this company is split into two sections. So we have Live and then we have Learn. Okay, if you have an equal balance of both, that's when I feel to where you have literally unlocked the secret code. Okay, because with Live, what you're going to be able to do is travel, go to different places, talk to different people, see the way that people across the pond live, eat, how they speak, their mannerisms. Okay, and I feel that that is the full experience of life. Okay, if you have not, especially we see this in the pandemic, we regret, we take advantage, or we take for granted all of the things that we used to be able to do. Okay? Now, I know this year has been crazy and it can feel like this is going to drag on forever, but you guys, it's not. Okay? And then a way to make sure that you're able to take advantage of these things is positioning yourself before. Okay? So, live is when you're communicating, moving around, and creating unique experiences. Learn is going to be to where you're developing financial literacy, right? Because as we know, making money, you can make a lot of money. Okay, there are some millionaires out there that are still broke, and that's simply because they have these same habits that they would have had if they were if they had $10 in their wallet, right? Impulsive, they don't know how to save, they don't know how to invest, they don't know how to multiply their money. Okay, so in order to live the type of lifestyle that we want, to where we can travel at any point, to where we don't have to call in for vacation time, we need to be able to have a skill in the background that's going to allow us to have that type of freedom, right? So that is why they go hand in hand, and the brothers were very insightful to have that kind of um foresight, right? So they go hand in hand, in my opinion. Now, the way that I have managed, I mentioned very briefly that this is the vehicle that I've used to actually get rid of my 9 to 5 completely. And that is because, just like the hospital I was working at was open 24 hours, 7 days a week, we have the digital currency market that is open 24 hours, 7 days a week. So for those of you that have heard of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Litecoin, all those types of things are all umbrellaed underneath the digital currency market. Right now, when we go into our Forex market, that is only 5 days a week. Okay, but still a solid opportunity for you to make a wage. Okay, a wage, not just pennies, not just grocery money here and there, a wage. Okay, what it is that we teach you is systems. Now, if anybody here on the call knows what system stands for, let me see if anybody knows. Right? But one of the things that we learn in this business is that system stands for save yourself time, energy, and money. Okay? So this is definitely something that you could hop on YouTube and learn, but it is also a surefire way to burn out your resources, because often what people do is they go in and they look at it as a gambling thing. Okay? Or they have a teacher or an educator that is not necessarily reputable, that doesn't necessarily make a lot themselves, that decide that they'd like to hop on and teach somebody else. Okay? Now, what we teach you when it comes to the Forex market is how to have a trading plan, how to set your intentions from when you get started all the way to a year from now. Okay, because consistency is what gonna have you amass the wealth that you are looking for. Okay, we all know that we make money from our jobs, but what would be the reason why we would put an investment into ourselves? It's because, you guys, this this market right here is uncapped earning potential. Okay, that is the reason why you see so many of us talking about this, how crazy it is and how much it's changed our lives, right? Even for the people just getting started, they understand how much this is a vehicle for you to elevate, whether that's for yourself, whether that's for your kids, or for your future family, okay? Now, there's $6.6 trillion that's being traded daily within this Forex market, okay? So if you were to compare it to the stock exchange market, there's no comparison. However, stocks is something that you are going to learn in this company as well, okay? So the three brothers, they have thought of every single way that you can now build a digital empire with literally, as I'm doing now, not having to leave, okay? Now, these are just some of the apps that are going to be on our learn side of things. So we have Mind Hub, we have Shift, and we have World of Wisdom. Now, Mind Hub and World of Wisdom are where you're going to find hundreds of courses, whether your interest is Forex, crypto, real estate, blockchain, personal development. Remember, you guys, I mentioned all of that Forex, crypto, real estate, all of that stuff is cool, but personal development is what's going to have you have that consistency to go on and make the type of results that a lot of our team members have been making. Okay, now Shift. For any of my traders here, this is where you're going to get excited, because Shift is the first app of its kind that I've ever seen, and I believe is the first app of its kind to do the type of things that it does. So there's full transparency of the trades. Okay, you're able to see past, you're able to see when it comes to the educators that are sending them, you're able to see their track record, okay, their win ratio, their percentage, right? Therefore, you can assess. You don't have to have that scanty feeling when it comes into the markets, that guessy feeling, that it's in red right now, I'm not sure. And why that reason is because you're going to be able to see the caliber of the trades that you're taking based off of the transparency, right? Now, as we mentioned, this is not a gambling thing. So right there in the Shift app, you're going to have a calculator that's going to calculate your risk. So in order to build your investment portfolio, we know that we make a lot more wins than we do losses, but we want to be able to attribute for those losses and not be set back by those losses, okay? We want to fail forward. So Shift is going to allow you to do that. Moving on into the Oracle and Sense platforms, these are just yet another way that you could be making money, okay? Now, just to attest and give testimony to the momentum that this company has been moving on, because when I started, it was just words to me. It's just words to you right now. All of it sounded cool, it looks colorful, it looks nice, but I haven't seen it yet until I'd used it, okay? Some of the apps that are listed here were not available when I had first started, but I am going to show you how exactly this company is moving quickly, okay? And it's because this is not an overnight startup. This is something that has been in the works for years, okay? So Sense is an app to where you can actually communicate with the educators. Oracle is a platform that uses AI. So instead of having AI take the money away from you, we're going to have AI give you some of that return, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and just show you the kind of momentum that I'm talking about, because I like to put my money where my mouth is. So some of the apps that you've seen here, okay? Power in your hands. You see Mira, Relic, and FX. Okay, now already these slides were given to me when I first started in the company, and then we were promised that it is coming. Okay, that's what we were promised. So what I had to do as a person that's thinking about new opportunities and joining new things, especially with such a new company, whatever the company says or promises that they're going to do they do it? Okay, because understand, when I started just a few months ago and they said that they were going to soon release NFX, have they been able to do that? So let's just go ahead and pop into our group chat. And see that NFX is going to be dropping November 1st. Okay, so that is another thing that I can attest to this company. Once they say that they're going to do something at November, okay? And what you have an opportunity to do is learn how to use all of these apps, right? Because it's not to say that there are gaming apps to where you just get the highest score. No, if you learn to use these apps to your best ability, that's to where you could tell your manager, I'm not coming in, because you've replaced your full-time income, okay? So as you can see here, you can come in and join now and then get accustomed to the Shift app. the NFX app that's going to be starting November 1st. If you actually get it on November 1st, you guys, this is your opportunity. If you actually get it on November 1st, your subscription will have an extra week on top for free. So you guys, I know that sometimes when starting new opportunities, it sounds so amazing, but you don't necessarily have the funds. It's actually perfect that you guys hop on this call because you have a few days to position yourself to be able to get that extra week on top for free. Okay? Going forward, because they're not done, right? They're not done. We have Titan that's going to be launching mid-November. So as you guys know, we have NFX, that is November 1st. Titan, that's mid-November. Relic, mid to late December. Mira. So as you can see, every single month you are gonna have just an increase in your earning potential, right? So this is why whosoever got you on this call has been on you about it, because they see you as a person that could really benefit from having more time on your hands, right? Some of us are moms like myself, so I had to think about homeschooling and all those things, right? So Titan, things like Titan, Relic, Mira, these are all resources that are going to allow me to be able to have the time to sit down with my son and do the schoolwork with him, right? Because it's not always about the money. Sometimes it's about the things that it allows us to do. Okay, so that is just learn, you guys. We haven't even gotten into the live portion. Okay, now travel. Travel is an $8 trillion industry, right? And I know some of you guys are thinking, okay, well, we have this whole pandemic. Okay, so how is it that travel, why is that a portion of the company? Okay, understand, you guys, people, my son was actually sent based off of my Quest dollars, and I'm going to show you what that means, not too long ago. Okay, now travel is obviously not the same experience, you guys, that it would have been a few years back. There's more research you got to do in terms of the country that you're going to. There's more restrictions, you guys, right? But I truly believe that just because we have to make adjustments, it doesn't mean that we should completely give up on the lifestyle that we're accustomed to. Just because it takes a little bit of adjusting, you may have to wear a mask, you might have to, right? But that doesn't mean that it should suck all our freedoms away. All right, now, did you know that two companies monopolize the entire travel industry? Now that's Booking Holdings and Expedia, okay? And if you see just underneath, it's gonna list the different companies that are umbrellaed underneath that. But we are taking over, okay? We have went against the grain, we've broken the code, and we're giving these savings to you. And eventually we are going to trump Expedia and Booking Holdings, okay? Now, as a question, what does that mean? Okay, so you would join an exclusive travel club to where you could have savings up to 75%. Okay, so these things can be applied, these Quest dollars, which is equal to $1, they can be applied to hotels, cruises, cars, flights, airport lounges. So I don't know if I'm the only mom here, but listen, when it comes to flying, being with a son, being with a little 2-year-old, a boy, is crazy. So airport lounge, that's the first thing that I see. And I'm like, oh, listen, that would be such a benefit to a traveling mom, okay? We also have holiday homes, restaurants, Quest trips, holiday auctions. You guys get the gist. There's a lot of things that you have access to in our exclusive travel club. Okay, now these are just some examples of what that's going to look like for you, okay? So we have the hotel in Paris. Excuse me, I don't know if we have French speakers. I'm going to try to say this. Barrière Les Fouquets. I think that was it. Okay, so 3 nights for 3 adults. The public retail price is going to be $2,365. Right? Expedia is about the same thing. Booking is just a little bit more, but with the Quest dollars, you are going to be able to get it at $827 with a savings that amount to about 65%. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and show you what it's going to look like in order to now get yourself and position yourself in this next pioneering giant, okay? Now, if you're a person that really like the idea of knowing how to invest your money, how to take the money that you work hard for and flip it into more, Learn is definitely going to be home for you, okay? Especially with all of the things that I've shown you that we have coming, is a perfect opportunity for you to get accustomed to Shift, MindTub, Sense, and Oracle, before November 1st. Okay, this is a perfect opportunity for you guys that I've seen that NFX is dropping on November 1st, and that you get a free week if you were to sign up on that day. This is a perfect opportunity for you to position yourself. Now, we have a range of package prices. The difference, obviously, guys, is going to be the value that you have access to. So this is an ecosystem of apps. The difference in price is going to be how much apps that you have access to. Okay, so if you start off with the gold package, that means that you're going to have access to the apps that are listed here. Okay, as well as some more of the courses that we have. Some of the courses are not accessible if you only have bronze, and some of the live trainings are not available if you only have bronze. Okay, if you'd like to have these breaking down a little bit further in terms of what the benefit of these different packages, your sponsor will be really good at explaining according to what your intentions are, what would be the best thing for you. I personally suggest that people come in on gold simply because it's the most value and the most earning potential, right? But there's always opportunity to upgrade. So there's an opportunity for everybody to kind of get their foot in the door, right? Now, let me just go a little bit further here. Now, if you are a person that was more interested in the live packages, right? Now it's going to be a little bit cheaper. It's going to be 99 to come in as opposed to 99 per month, I'm sorry, as opposed to 149 per month. The difference is going to be how much quest dollars that you get once you start, as well as how much things you have access to, and the percentage of available savings that you would be getting as well. Okay, again, perfect opportunity for you to reach out to your sponsor and say, hey, you know what, I was really interested in the travel side. I do know a lot of people that would be interested in flying, because guys, that's just another perk of being a quester. That is just another perk of being a quester. You can actually receive a 20% discount off of whatever savings that you send to another person. Now, this person does not have to be a member of the company. So these quest dollars you can use for yourself, as well as receiving commission by giving them to people. So imagine how hard it has been for some people during this pandemic. You are allowed to give those people a break. And not only are you able to do a good deed for a family of 4 who might want to go to Disney just to de-stress, but you are going to be receiving commission from doing that. Okay? Now, if you are a person that wanted to combine both of those things, live and learn, remember I said how they go hand in hand. Because you can be a quester, questing all about the place, but if you've got work to come back to get to, that's going to rain on your parade a little bit. Right? So we want people to evolve into not having to depend on anybody else to live the lives that they want. Like that is so played out. It really is. Okay? We've experienced, we've seen our parents struggle. We've seen I mean, shoot, we've seen our own schedules, our own work schedules, so we know how ridiculous it is. Okay? So now is the time to say, you know what? I can contribute maybe 1 to 2 hours a day to, whether that's sending out quest dollars, whether that's beefing up my skills in the markets, whether or not that's leaning on the shoulders of the other people who have the results that I want, the 8-figure earners on cents. I could literally open a conversation with them and say, hey, listen, I would like to speed up the process of my learning. What do I need to do? All those questions can be answered, and all those problems, financial issues, financial woes can literally, with consistent effort and intention, be a thing of the past. Okay, so I call this the entrepreneurs package because it's going to combine live and learn. So for me, the reason that I started this is because in my mind, what that looked like to me is not only do I get to sit up in a hammock somewhere, but I can pull out my phone and make back my resort hammock money. That's what it looked like to me. So I said, okay, so sign me up. How much I pay? Where do I pay? Okay, and it's only been a return on my investment. As I said, I quit in my first month. So this was, I mean, the investment that I made was the return on investment was given back 3 times over before the month had even finished. Okay, so now if you want to own a global business with us, now I showed you our entire ecosystem of how you can make money through our apps, but that is not even it. That's not even it. For $45, now you guys, I want you to think about Walmart. We spoke about Walmart a little bit earlier with AI replacing your jobs. Now, the last time you guys went to Walmart, how much did you guys spend? More than $45, right? So for $45 a year, you can own your own global business with us. Now, you guys see the value of the different products, right? Even if you guys do not use all of them, I'm sure that you can see that there might be somebody that's interested in using them. Because I'm going to let you guys know something. The very first thing that is searched on Google is coronavirus. But the second thing is, how do I make money online? So for $45, you are going to be able to be that person who provides a solution. So the same way that I'm literally reading off of the slides and letting you know how this experience has changed my life is the same way that you're going to be able to come in and get results with us and let others know how they can go about changing theirs. Okay, now step one, what you're going to do is choose your best subscription, right? Now, if you were unsure, I did explain them a little bit, but if you are unsure at this point which one would be best for you, after this presentation is done, I would reach out to the person that got you on this call and say, you know what, the entrepreneurship package, which both sounds really good, I'm just not sure which one to get. Okay? Now, step two, you're going to want to enroll 2 members, okay? Because that's going to give you a ranking of star. Now, star is the very first level in our career plan to where you're going to be earning rank residual income. And that's just 1 out of 6 ways within building the business that you can receive an income, okay? So on star, at 2 people, you're earning a rank residual of $100 USD, okay? That is not the only thing. You're also going to receive bonuses. The package is going to all relate to what kind of bonus that you get. So another reason, you guys, that I suggest the gold subscription is that you're also going to be receiving 20% in the fast start bonus as opposed to 10%. So I'm going to double back a little bit just so that you guys understand why you need to hop on the phone with whoever got you on this call as soon as we are finished, okay? So now with the bronze or silver package, you are going to be earning 10% of the commission of whatever referral you gave for a new subscriber. If you have gold, you are going to be receiving 20%, okay? So now, if that was not enough, you can go up the ladder, okay? You can go up the ladder and we incentivize you just as much as we incentivize you for trading, right? Because we want to make sure that you're winning on both sides of the coin, right? As a trader, we're going to give you incentives to when you reach certain levels, whether that's 100 pips, 200 pips, 500 pips, and so on. Okay? As a business builder, because that's completely optional, guys. That's only if you get your 45 IBP package and you'd like to participate in this career plan. Okay? Because this is not for everybody. This is strictly for the people who see the value and the vision of this company and want to spread it, because they understand that if everybody were to become a better them for a better tomorrow, what exactly would the world look like? If everybody that you knew how to make money off of their phones and didn't have to hop in traffic or whatever the case is, would there be so much traffic on the highway? No. People will be inside making money from their phones, okay? So you have the opportunity to realistically, in my eyes, as silly as it sounds, change the world with this, okay? So that's just one example. We also have our unilevel matching bonus, okay? So you're gonna earn 10% of your direct enrollers rank if you are a gold subscriber, right? So you guys are consistently seeing why it makes sense to come in as a gold member. However, as I said, you guys, it is an option to upgrade later on. Okay, we have our generation matching bonus. Okay, in order to participate in the first generation matching bonus, you must be emerald. And this is something that we really break down for you. Okay, this is all new information for you, but that is the benefit of having a network, a supportive system of like-minded people that have already built systems in place for you to learn this. Okay, the very first person that started this company, they had to learn as they go because there's only new things happening. Okay, but we've got a solid hold and we're now able to duplicate this and pass it on, okay, and make sure that the next person that comes in can also get a taste of these lifestyle rewards as well. Okay, so as you go up in the career plan, if that's what you choose to do, as a Ruby, you're going to be receiving a 2-day retreat courtesy of the company. Okay, now we actually have a diamond retreat that's happening. I mean, I'm not going on it, so I'm not exactly sure of the day, but it's happening in about a week. A week and a half? Maybe somebody correct me if they know. Somebody correct me if they know. But yeah, the diamond retreat is soon. And in the call that we had with the CEO, and this is another great thing, you guys. The CEO is not so far removed, so rich, so important that he can't hop on Zoom with us and let us know what's going on with the company. The last call that we were on, the CEO of the company congratulated and validated and really gave a pat on the back to the diamonds that are going on the retreat. And he said, don't worry, guys. When you guys land in Dubai, I'm going to be picking you up in my car. I don't know what car it is. It's one of those fancy names that I can't spell. Okay? And that's not the important thing. Getting picked up in the cars and all of that. It's the fact that they've gotten to that level, and it's not about money for them at that point. They've already made a lot of money, right? I just know that when it comes to underdogs, they understand what it's like to not have something, so that's when they feel good to do these types of things. I honestly believe that the brothers feel good to do these types of things because they have an underdog story similar to a lot of us that see the value in this. Okay. Now, if you are a person that is seeing this business building side of the company and you are not exactly sure where you would fit in with that, maybe you're not exactly techie or you're not social and you don't have a network, right? But Quantum is going to be your way of actually making that a lot easier for you. Okay, so this is the first all-in-one built app to help you market online. So for the network marketers, you understand how crazy that is. This is often things that people have to do themselves, but this content app, it takes care of your email marketing, gives you your own personal website that leads directly to your referral link, does your social marketing, tracks your analytics, as well as has opportunity for rewards and gamification. Okay, so this is essentially like a little business assistant. This makes things a lot easier for me. I was looking for a stream of passive income. So to have a business where I constantly have to be doing just the simple things as opposed to learning or traveling, that is essentially just another job again. And I believe that the brothers know that, them coming from a network marketing background as well as a tech background. So they figured out a way to make that easier for us, right? Because my mom, if I were to teach her how to use Instagram, it's not happening, right? So Quantum would be a big benefit to her as well. Okay, now there's never a perfect time to do anything. We create the perfect time. The perfect moment is now. So at this point, this would be the perfect opportunity for you to get yourself in the door for NFX. Okay, because NFX is the new wave. It's gonna be such a crazy amount of momentum with the new people coming in and making money within the first 30 days. Okay, so if that sounds like something that you would like to do, get back to the person that got you started and have a wonderful rest of your evening and stay safe. Okay, God bless.